Member Graves, and distinguished members of the committee. Thank you for having me here today. It is an honor to be on the panel. I would like to first start by expressing my condolences to the families and the friends of those who lost their lives in the Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines accidents. Their memories were with us on our team as we did our work. My name is Matt Kiefer, and I currently work for the U.S. Air Force Airworthiness Office. I have worked in the aviation industry for over 25 years in the military and in the private sector. This has included work in flight test, system design and integration, systems engineering management, and system safety. As an aerospace engineering officer in the Navy Reserve, I'm responsible for the Navy's part of a joint team that performs combat forensics analysis on aircraft battle damage. I'm also an instrument-rated private pilot with over 600 hours of flight experience. I was asked by the FAA to participate on a team known as the Boeing 737 MAX Technical Advisory Board, also known as a TAB. This is an independent team of industry experts with no past involvement in the 737 MAX development or certification. Our team is made up of experts from various specialties, including test pilots, aerospace engineers, and chief scientists with backgrounds in flight controls, flight operations, simulators, human factors, computer systems and software, flight standards, and system safety. We were chosen for our ability to take a look at the 737 MAX changes objectively with fresh eyes because we are independent from Boeing and the FAA certification effort of the aircraft. Our team was tasked to examine and review the changes Boeing is making to the 737 MAX flight control system and make recommendations back to the FAA as to the suitability of those changes before the aircraft is returned to service. Our team had our first face-to-face meeting with Boeing at their facilities in Seattle in May, where we spent time working with the Boeing engineering department. This meeting started off with encouragement from the FAA and Boeing management to dig deep into the systems and scrutinize the work that has been done to develop the solutions to the problems that led to the accidents and give our unbiased opinion as to the suitability of those fixes. At this meeting, we started by learning about how the speed trim and MCAS function, as well as having discussions on the various failure modes of the system. We were then given in-depth debriefings on what happened with the two mishap aircraft, including information on the Lion Air flight that occurred the day before the first accident. After that, we were given detailed briefings with good discussion on the changes that had been developed for MCAS. Our team was also given the opportunity to fly the 737 MAX simulator at the Boeing engineering facility. Many of our team members, both pilots and engineers alike, got the opportunity to fly the simulator with the old software and with the new. We're able to experience the accident scenarios, and we're able to observe the aircraft behavior with MCAS operating properly, as well as how the aircraft handles with MCAS disabled. During these meetings, which included multiple online conferences and 2 face-to-face meetings at Boeing, our team had the full cooperation of Boeing engineering and flight test staff, as well as good participation from the avionics subcontractor. At the first face-to-face meeting, the team started to develop action items that have been determined are necessary before returning the aircraft to service. These action items are being actively tracked by the TAB and with Boeing and the FAA. All action items that the team made for return to service have either been addressed and closed or are presently in work. The TAB is still working with Boeing to accept products to close the remaining action items. Once all of this work is complete, the TAB will present the final report to the FAA. The TAB still has work to do to complete our assessment of the changes to the Boeing 737 MAX systems and are awaiting more information on the development assurance, testing of the software, final safety assessments, and final training for the aircrew. Pending the team's determination that the remaining review results meet our expectations, our team feels that the changes made to the flight control system of the 737 MAX should vastly improve the safety of the aircraft in keeping with the highly successful safety record of the previous models of the Boeing 737. Thank you, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have for me.
Thank you for your work and for your testimony, and I expect there'll be questions later.
Yes, sir.
With that, then I would recognize myself for the first round